Hello everyone, I am Manav Gupta, currently a first year radiology resident at Maulana Azad Medical College, Delhi. And I've got a rank of 111 in NEET PG 2024 and a rank of 14 in INI-CET November 2024. So I'm here to talk about a very important topic, that is the exam day strategy. So I have given 3 exams: INI-CET May 2024, INI-CET November 2024 and NEET PG 2024. So I've been through 3 exams, 3 phases, 3 different phases of my life, and I've experienced different exam day, pre-exam day strategies, and I've tried 3 different strategies, and I'll tell you what worked for me. One day before exam, first of all, is you don't need to read like anything. Main notes definitely not, revision notes definitely not. Try to read only a few volatile topics which you have marked as your last minute revision topics. Few formulas from PSM pharma which you think you need to revise. That what I used to do. Like in my first exam, I used to try to go through all whole of my BTR a day before. Like I tried to read each and everything which I know 1 week before my exam. Tried to cover whole of a BTR one day before my exam, but that was the thing which didn't work out for me. So reading a Chhoti Copy series which Zana ma'am has one day before exam. It is only 5-6 lectures with each and every fact-based question, volatile question which you need to remember. Try to go through the compiled modules one day before exam. Those are only more or less 4, 5, 6 modules, compiled modules which ma'am has made specially for this last-minute revision topics. Try to cover these 2 things only, and you are set for it. Don't try to go for main notes. Don't try to remember unnecessary things. I'll also say don't try to solve any MCQs. Don't give any GT per se, because God forbids, if you don't score well in that GT or whatever happens, if you get each and every even a single MCQ wrong, that will lower down your morale. So building up your confidence, staying confident at that time, keeping your head high is an important thing which you need to follow in your pre-exam strategy. And also one thing is, don't talk too much people before the exam, because each and everyone will give their different views. Each and everyone will say कि हाँ मैंने इतना पढ़ा, मैंने इतना नहीं पढ़ा, मेरा इतना तैयारी है ये है. Try to avoid these things. Try to spend time with your family, which is more important, and to calm your mind as well. And also try to sleep early. Don't try to during exam days we are used to waking up till late night. No, 2, 3, even all nighters as well. So try to sleep early. Try to sleep around 9, 10:30 maximum, because the next day you need to leave early. You need to leave, you need to go far as well, no? And for those who have their centers in different states, try to reach there 1-2 days beforehand, so you get a good night's sleep a day beforehand. So don't overstress a day before. Eat good food. Don't eat junk food a day before exam, because it may cause gastritis as well. Try to eat good food. Try to have good sleep. Try to go for a walk a day before exam for 30 minutes. Try to calm your mind as much as you can, because that is the key to get a good rank in your exam. Next, so on the exam day, first of all, you'll reach your center. Try to reach your center 30-40 minutes before, because at that time, what in my center was, there was no space for parking as well, and thousands of students have came there for their exam, so it was a lot of traffic congestive area. So for covering 300 to 400 meters, it took me around 15-20 minutes. So try to reach at least 45 minutes, 30-45 minutes before the exam, or whatever the time they have mentioned. And because at that time you need to also stand in a line to wait for them to check your admit cards, and also it takes a lot of time before reaching to a seat at your exam center. And one more thing is to carry your ID proof with a recent photograph, because in my ID proof, in my Aadhaar card, it was a photograph from me when I was in 5th class. So at that time, 5th or 6th class, I guess. So at that time, many things have changed. So they were asking, whose photo is this? We don't accept this ID proof, bring us another one. So at that time, I didn't have any another ID proof. I have to request them to please let me enter the exam hall. I only have this one. I even showed them my admit card and my college ID proof I had, but they were not accepting it. So it was a lot of fussy process. And please keep your ID proof which has your recent ID and recent photograph. So then after you show them your photograph, they'll verify you, they'll verify your documents, and after then you enter your exam. You will not be allowed to start the exam at that same time when you enter the exam, because there will be around 30-40 minutes timer which is going on. So for me, that timer was very scary. It was it is something is going to happen when the exams come. That 30 minutes, the timer just goes off. It is going down. It is I was waiting for the T minus 0 seconds. So for around 10 minutes before the start of your exam, the timer will go off, and then they will just inform everyone to that the time is going to start. Log in your password, and at that time what happens is anxiety peaks up. At that time, try to take deep breaths. tried to remember each and everything which we have been through, all the long hours, study hours, missing those family functions, like meeting your friends and all. Try to like channelize that positive energy into your like mind and try to just calm down at that moment, because at that time anxiety is at peak just before 10 minutes of the exam, and that's where many students fumbles. So during the exam there will be 5 sections, each section containing 40 questions, and each section time limit is 42 minutes. So there is around like 1 minute 4-5 seconds for each and every question. First of all, try to cover the whole 40 questions in around like 30 minutes and try to keep last 10 minutes as a revision part, and try to like don't overthink on a particular question which you feel is a tough one. Skip it at the moment if you're not getting to an answer. Try to rule out options. Ruling out options will definitely like take you to 2 options for which you are confused about. Try to leave that question, go to the easier ones. What sometimes happen is a student keeps on thinking about a particular question and the time runs out and the easier questions are left out. So try to cover those easier ones first. Try to like go through, scan the section once in the 30 minutes, and the last 10-12 minutes try to go through the tougher ones. Try to like read important words like not, except, not, true, false, because what I did 4 or 5 questions wrong in my first INI because I didn't read except, didn't read not, and I marked true statement instead of false, which is the most common silly mistake. And after the exam you realize, oh, I have done this, it was such a simple question, I did this wrong, etc. Because tougher questions, spending time on that will not fetch you a good rank. Tougher questions are not meant for a good rank. Easier questions are meant for a good rank. Tougher questions will, if you get a single 1 or 2 tougher questions right, you will get into top 10 definitely. But if you get an easy question right, you will skip 100, 200 ranks, you will go down 100, 200 ranks if you get some easy questions wrong. So don't try to overthink on a tougher question part. Try to cover easier question first and then leave 10, 12, around 15 minutes for the tougher questions. And also like try to apply basic knowledge. Like remember your basics. INI people or NEET people don't they don't try to test your knowledge at the peak level. You are not consultants, you are an MBBS student. So try to think at the very basic of each and every subject. Try to start thinking from the basic and then escalate your knowledge. And if you still don't feel you are getting to an answer, then skip it. So my first exam was INI May 2024, and when I entered the hall, my heart rate was around 150, 60, around that. I checked it before entering into the hall. It was around 150, 60. I was the exam hall was also very congested. There was no AC and it was peak summers, around May. It was very high temperature. I was sweating a lot. So at the last few minutes of my timer, it was just dizziness and all. My heart rate was high. So when the first question came in the INI, it was an anatomy image based question. So I was so blacked out at that time. I didn't know how to answer it, didn't know what is, and then spent around 10 to 12 minutes at least on that question. And that again created a panic in my mind that I have another 30-40 questions left. How will I go about it? And so that's why, because of just that one question, because of the pressure which I created in my mind, and I left each and every easier question and I got a lot of questions wrong. I didn't get a rank which I expected. And just because of that undue initial pressure before the exam, spending more time on those tougher questions, not going through the easier ones, shifted my rank from probably a 2-digit rank or a 3-digit rank to a 4 or 5-digit rank, right? So after May INI 2024, I realized where I was wrong. My knowledge was not less. The only thing which I needed to work upon was my exam day strategy, which is very important, which many people don't realize. Keeping the calm at the time of exam, taking undue pressure from your friends, family, etc. Spending a time on a single questions for around 10-12 minutes for a tougher question which didn't decide my rank. Leaving the easier ones. All of this basically degraded my performance. And what I feel personally is keeping your calm and attempting the paper in the way it should be attempted is the key to get a good rank and pass your exam with flying colors. That's it.